Alrighty. Last time on night shift, you all ran into a murder most foul. Literally, it was rotting all over the place.
Yeah.
You then tried to go back into the inner city and found that Solar Legion have been guarding the gondolas going from the outer city into the inner city. Save for one, where the boatman came.
The boatman.
Nice guy.
Yeah. And he delivered you unto the library for 1 point of exhaustion each.
What a stand-up individual.
Great way to get home at the end of a long day.
Yeah.
Really helps you sleep at night.
It really does.
Sleep like the dead. Alright, Krusty. Hono broke off to go do some reconnaissance and is still gone doing the looker.
The looker.
Oh my god, we're so fucking brain poisoned.
What happened to you guys?
I have brain worms. It's terminal. Unfortunately, I don't eat.
You'll look great with tentacles, don't worry.
Unfortunately, I don't have enough mercury in my brain from eating tuna fish every day to kill him like JFK did. Or what? What's his name? The fucking relative of JFK that happened to.
The other Kennedy?
Yeah, that guy.
Nothing bad ever happens to the Kennedys.
Except that guy. What the fuck happened to him?
Yeah, for real.
Anyways, you currently had a nice dinner at your uncle's house and took a long rest.
We did.
And what are you all doing now?
Debating what I'm going to do about my need to eat dreams going forward.
Yeah, you're good for now, but what about the future?
Yeah. I guess that'll be something to discuss with the employees. Be like, hey, can I sup upon your sweet, sweet dreams and nightmares, please?
Maybe that could be a service we offer at the temple to eat nightmares.
Yeah. Let me eat your nightmares.
Sweet dream, oh beautiful
Nightmare removal.
Mm-hmm.
Yum yum.
So, you wake up. What are y'all doing?
Lotus is going to try to make breakfast for everyone if he's up early.
Alright.
That sounds great.
Some brekkie.
The brekkie. Some brekkie is my favorite country in Final Fantasy 16. I'm very funny.
You're so funny.
All the time. My boyfriend told me I'm one of the funniest people he's ever met, and I've been riding that high ever since.
Hell yeah.
As you should.
The boyfriend.
I think Nova's gonna, just kind of explore around a little bit, because, but hopefully make plans to head back and water his plants.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll eventually be heading back to the thingamajig.
Mm-hmm. It's just a thought present in his mind at all times.
Yeah.
He's a responsible parent.
He sure is.
Man, it'd be nice to have some acolytes at the temple who could water the plants if I'm gone for more than a day.
Yeah.
So, what are you making for breakfast, Lotus?
What all is available in the kitchen pantry situation?
Almost everything you could imagine.
I think I mentioned it last time, the farmer's breakfast thing, so I think that's what Lotus is going to make. He's going to take some eggs, start scrambling them, then get a large baking sheet, put all the eggs in there, then toss in some diced potatoes, some diced onions, a little bit of garlic, because garlic makes everything better, copious amounts of cheese, bacon, and breakfast sausage, like kielbasa.
Delicious. Not really breakfast sausage, but delicious.
Any sausage is breakfast sausage if you believe hard enough.
You're absolutely correct.
Even, you know.
Yeah?
Yeah?
You want to finish that?
No.
Yeah, I thought so. Anyways. So, you guys have a delicious quiche-like breakfast. With
Sounds good.
you make some coffee or anything?
Yes.
Tasty.
We don't make coffee. We don't believe in it. I'm kidding.
Just since we didn't do it last time, I feel like I should. You've got the cook feat, right? What does that do exactly?
Yes. Yes. Chef. As a part of a short rest, you can cook special food, provided you have ingredients and cooked utensils on hand. I can prepare enough of this food for a number of creatures equal to 4 plus my proficiency bonus, so 6 people. Any creature, at the end of a short rest, any creature who eats the food and spends 1 or more hit die to regain hit points gains an extra 1d8 hit points. With 1 hour of work, or when you finish a long rest, so right now, you can cook a number of treats equal to your proficiency bonus. These special treats last 8 hours after being made. A creature can use a bonus action to eat one of these treats to gain temporary hit points equal to your proficiency bonus. So I think for the treats, I think Lotus would make some brownies with apple chips or banana chips throughout. I think we'll go with banana chips. That pairs better with chocolate. With banana chips throughout, and then dust them with some powdered sugar.
Delicious.
Oh, I have a question for you, Wick.
Go on.
So I know that Lotus is capable of eating and drinking, despite his vampirism. Can he, still taste just fine? Is it lessened, or is it heightened, given the fact that the Quarry spirit he's bonded with is a snake, which has, really good, like scent and taste.
I'd
Perception.
say it's probably about the same.
Okay.
You might be a little more able to pick up subtle flavors a little easier, but it's probably pretty close to the same.
Okay, I just wanted to.
It doesn't give you any bonuses.
Yeah, that's fair. I was just wondering if it's just affected, like, if the whole undead bullshit has affected my ability to taste. I don't know. I guess Lotus, by all accounts, technically isn't undead unless that's the mechanic.
I mean, you don't got a heartbeat.
That's true.
You don't need to breathe.
That's true.
That sounds pretty undead to me.
True.
Oh no. Does that mean I can't use turn undead?
Why would you want to use turn?
Okay.
Oh, you. I wonder what would happen. We'll see.
The obvious answer is, turn undead can probably not affect allies if it's like choose who the undead or something, unless if it says all undead.
Most cleric abilities are like that.
Turn me.
Yeah.
I cast turn undead. I make this guy an undead man.
Alright, one more. Okay, so you all have a nice tasty breakfast. Rizal and Dr. Astor join you.
Hell yeah.
And they say, so what are your all... Dr. Astor says, so what are your all's plans for the day? You have anything you planning to do this fine day?
I need to water my plants.
Yes, we were probably going to head back to the temple here in I look over at Cassandra and Nova. Whenever you two feel like setting out, just do some work around it, sort of welcome the new employees.
Yes, they should be there sometime today, I believe.
Aside from that, I can't think of any explicit plans. We'd probably need to go get some herbs and other ingredients for culinary and magical healing pursuits here in a few moments. I don't know.
We didn't really get that done yesterday, did we?
We really didn't.
I mean, we did have a productive day yesterday, though.
That's fair.
What are your plans for today?
Oh, you know, I have to do some more paperwork and have a couple meetings with different members of the council. More of the same, but, you know, I find myself with a little more energy nowadays to do so.
Lovely to hear.
That's wonderful. Is there anything that you need help with?
No, but thank you. I appreciate the offer.
Thank you for your hospitality.
Well, thank you all for taking care of my nephew.
It's no problem. He's taught me a lot.
I think he's taken care of us more than the other way around.
I'm glad to hear that.
That's cute. I'm glad to hear that I'm also glad to hear that all of you all have been getting along well.
It's easy to get along when you effectively trauma bond every day from the horrors.
Yeah.
Being said, I don't really see a future where we grow tired of each other even as things get more comfortable.
Well, that's good. I think.
I'm sure every day can't be filled with demons.
I don't know. So far, my life has been pretty full of interesting things. Do some people's lives actually quiet down?
Typically.
Interesting. I look forward to finding out what that's like.
Yeah.
Well, and once again, you all are welcome here anytime.
Thank you kindly, Uncle.
Well, should we head over to the temple now?
Perhaps, Cassandra?
Yeah, I'm good to go. I do have a lot to take care of with the new employees and everything.
Yeah, let's, Rizal, Uncle, do either of you know of any, good herbalism shops nearby?
He's going to think for a moment. Results go speak. Yes, actually, there's a one maybe about 20 minutes or so, and she gives you a couple directions towards it. It's run by give me just a second. I've been working on the NPCs for the temple. I didn't make a herbalism NPC. It's run by a gnome over in that area called Taran's Tinctures.
Interesting. Alright.
We made some of the medicine for medicines for Dr. Astor. And Astor's like, yes, I've worked with Taran quite a while. He's quite the accomplished alchemist.
Well, that's good to hear.
Little short-tempered and bad bedside manner, but he's good at what he does.
I see.
We were hoping to stock up at medicine in the temple so that we could be prepared for anything.
Yes. That's always good to do, so smart on you.
Thank you.
Well, maybe we can go there and then head to the temple.
I'd say, aside from Horo, Cassandra's probably the smartest among us.
She kind of blushes and kind of goes, but not really.
All right then. Let's
Alright.
be on our way. Stay safe, the both of you.
You too.
Can do.
Alright. Let's go for round 2, looking for a herbalism shop.
Here's the real question: who's gonna roll the encounter die?
I mean, I'll do it. I'll do it. The last time I did this trying to find it, things went kind of went a little sideways, but I'll do it.
Well, luckily for you, there isn't probably going to be any combat encounters. Probably.
Probably.
So you're saying you want me to roll in that one? D20, right? Or
Yep. D20.
That's a 6.
6.
We're probably good.
Yes, you are. I do like to just sort of make you all squirm a bit.
A bit.
But you are good. Yes, you make it to this relatively nice looking, but smaller shop. And, behind the counter is behind the counter is like this massive laboratory of bubbling vials and beakers and, those, I don't remember what they're called, but they like spiral upwards and, they collect the steam.
Condenser?
Yeah, condensers and, all sorts of, chemicals and vials bubbling away, and you see a little short, blonde, pale gnome with fluffy blonde hair and a little tail as he's sort of working away, and he says, "I'll be with you in just a second. I'm busy right now."
I wait.
Mm-hmm.
Politely.
Calmly and patiently.
And after a while, he sort of, no, that's not it. Maybe more
Lotus is learning.
Maybe more mercury next time? No. I have to put a little more gold into it, I think. Now that wouldn't throw the balance off. Ah! And he just sort of like pours it into this the concoction he was working in into this like big fucking like hole that just seems to be like a hole that like doesn't lead to anywhere, that's like sort of blank and like sort of dark, and he just like sort of like puts his hand through it and dumps out the thing.
No.
And he pulls his hand back. It seems to be like almost to like a fucking pocket dimension or something.
Do I have any idea what he's doing?
You can, anyone who wants to can make an Arcana check. This is a
Absolutely
very high...
want to.
I will say, this is an extremely high one.
Okay, oh, I think I got it. I got a 7.
I'll do it. It's a Arcana check, you said?
Yes.
2!
You think you might be making some kind of energy drink, both of you.
Okay. That would make sense with mercury and gold.
If you want to make one, you can make one too.
I don't think she would know. Just like, I don't think she's ever really dabbled in alchemy.
Yeah. Like I said, it requires a very high roll, so...
To be fair, you have to have a very high roll to understand the complexity of alchemy.
Morty, I've discovered the Philosopher's Stone. Rick, you really made an entire rebus? Yeah, Morty. Aw, jeez, Rick, aren't we delving into the domain of God? Yeah, Morty, fuck that guy. He owes me like $30. Anyways. So, he sort of carefully washes his hands like 6 times, dries them off, and then turns around to the counter. He's got these very striking purple eyes as he stands up on a sort of like a footstool behind the counter and looks you all up and down. All right, how may I assist you?
We're looking to purchase. You go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, sorry. We both just like awkward silence and then yeah.
And then
I'm looking for some medicine for the temple.
Oh,
Like just basic first aid and.
Temple, huh? Do you have a temple license?
Oh yes. Do I?
Yes, you do. You got it
awesome.
from. You did get one from Dr. Astor. And do you hand it over to him?
Yeah.
He takes it and looks it over. He says a little magic word over it to sort of get the charm and make sure it's accurate. And it's like, very well, I can sell you various first aid medicines and minor healing potions at a discounted rate.
That would be lovely.
Yes. It's a good tax break for me, so.
Good.
I don't care who the IRS sends, I'm not paying my fucking taxes. Anyways, so first aids, healing potions, is there anything in particular your temple specializes in that you want to be useful for? Is it more generalist supplies?
I would think general. We're kind of supposed to be like a shelter for people who need it, so I think general.
Alright. He's gonna just go to the back and sort of, he's going to put his hand, actually no, he's gonna put his hands on the counter and, like you're gonna see a couple runes appear and he's gonna tap one a couple of times. And then he's gonna turn around and tell a couple invisible servants to go gather up various boxes, and he says, well, with the discount that your temple receives, the supplies, as long as you continue to procure them from me, and this will only run you about 200 gold total.
Oh, could we have that and go for 100?
What?
Or could we have that and maybe go for a little less? Short on funds right now, new temple.
He's gonna look at you.
Hey, what does this look like? A charity?
I mean, not like half the supplies, not half the cost.
Oh, half the supplies. Of course, that can be done.
Maybe go for like 50 gold worth?
Tell you what, if you want just the first aid supplies, I can cut out the health potions, and it'll be 50 gold for various first aid and med kits and stuff. What?
That works perfect.
Very well. That is agreeable. Sorry,
Disagreeable.
No, it's agreeable.
I believe that'd be 5 platinum?
Yes. And he will take it, and you're going to get a big crate of like 30 med kits and various basic medical supplies, bandages. There's a few like minor like little bottles of like various bottles and bags of like minor painkillers and like fever reducers and like other sort of like minor medicines in there. And he says, there you go, and can you sign this for me? And he sort of puts forward a paper that has like it's not like any sort of like weird contract. It's literally just, hey, I run so and so of this temple, purchase supplies here, authorizing use of city funds and etc., sort of thing.
Awesome. So they're just tracking his funds.
Yes.
Awesome. I'll go ahead and sign.
Alright. Thank you very much. And if there's any other potions you wish to acquire on your other time, I am more than happy to provide them, if you so wish. Unfortunately, any potions procured for personal use will be applied full market price.
Right.
Do you have any medicinal or magical herbs for purchase?
No, I do not sell the herbs myself. I have a sort of... I grow them myself, but I only have enough that I need to make sure that I keep track of my own. But...
Understandable.
However... He's gonna look you over and sort of like... He is wearing like one of those like jeweler monocles. And sort of like puts down like one of the lenses and sort of looks you over. Tell you what. You're an interesting and unique person.
Thank you.
Give me a vial of your blood and a lock of your hair, and I'll give you a couple seeds of various medicinal herbs for you to grow.
Can I make an insight check and see if this guy might be planning something nefarious with this?
You can.
Could I as well?
Yes, you can.
24.
24. Hey, he seems pretty legit, Chase. As for you, Lotus, you get the sense that he is absolutely going to be doing experiments on them. However, you cannot ascertain if he's, like, nefarious or also just kind of a fucking scientist dude. Because they're pretty close together, honestly. Like, he seems like... He doesn't seem outright, like, malicious, but he also doesn't seem, like, completely, like, good-hearted either.
I think Lotus will sort of reach out in his mind and be like, "What do you think, little buddy?"
I don't know, it's a little weird. I mean, it's up to you, man. You're the driver. I'm just along for the ride.
You're the driver. Lotus will sort of telepathically message Cassandra and be like, "What do you think?"
I think giving anybody your blood is a bad idea. Especially with what we've run into lately in the Dark Star.
Fair enough. I think I'll go ahead and pass for now. Thank you for the offer, though.
Very well. And he's going to say, "That's all. If that's everything, leave, please. I have much work to do."
Yeah. Have a pleasant day.
He sort of waves you and immediately turns back to his work.
Yeah.
Why aren't we growing plants? He seemed like a nice enough fellow. I'm sure he wouldn't have done anything wrong.
I love you.
He seems morally ambiguous at best to Lotus. He seems like a decent guy to Chase. To Nova.
Yeah. That's my pal. That's my guy. That's Nova. Yeah. We head out.
Yeah.
But a small chance.
So, wait, what was that, Abby?
Oh, it would probably be fine, but there's just that small chance.
Plus, if he makes a homunculus out of that, does that mean you're up for the fucking child support?
I hope
not. Anyways, is there anything else you guys want to do in the Inner city?
Y'all got anything?
I mean, I'm always down for a trip to the library, but otherwise, I'm ready to go.
Yeah. That's fair. I do definitely want to explore the inner city at some point, because I feel like we've barely scratched the surface of what's in the inner city. Maybe
like a sightseeing day.
Yeah. How about we take like another hour in the inner city, just looking around and seeing if there's anything of interest before heading back to the thing proper.
All right.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Are you guys just like looking around to see what you see?
Yeah.
Pretty much. We're doing the tourist thing.
Each of you roll me a d20. This isn't an encounter roll. This is just to sort of, I don't really have a table for this, but I'll figure something out. Because dice always help me.
6.
10.
10. There are no good or bad rolls for this.
We see a mysterious old woman with no eyes. Come to my shop, little boy!
You find a vaguely rude street merchant trying to get you to buy things.
Hey, you want my hot dogs?
What about you, Cassandra?
Oh, I got a 6 too.
2 6s and a 10. Alright, I'd say that's kind of lower to middle of the road. Let's see. What would that be? I'm gonna roll my own dice and sort of
Yeah.
Inspiration.
Yeah. Alright. As you guys are sort of wandering around, the inner city is a lot nicer than the outer city, obviously. The outer city is, despite having been built more recently, built less than the inner city. It's weird because normally when you would think inner city, you think like the more low-class district kind of thing, right? But in here, this is the hub of Astral Elf and Githyanki sort of civilization. So it's well kept. Things are rebuilt all the time, and outer city is just throw some fucking buildings out there every now and
throw
then.
some gravel in the potholes. That'll fix it.
You know, surprisingly, the most service that the fucking mafia is known best for, the outer city, is fucking filling potholes.
Wow, how generous.
In part, listen, they may make you pay protection money, but they do fucking do stuff for you.
They may try to kill you every now and then, but they're helping out the town.
But you also get to avoid their. They also shut down the road, so you have to go around.
Yep. Anyways, so yeah, it's mostly higher class. However, there is a few places in the inner city that are sort of not low class, but seedy upper middle class kind of area, if that makes sense. Where it's hey, this is where you go to come spend money. I wouldn't say it's a red light district because, to be fair, here prostitution isn't that much of a taboo. It can be a well-respected profession in this area, and it's not oh, don't go to the red light district or the harlots will get you or something.
Harlots will get you.
That's how some fucking conservatives talk, you know. Anyways, but so this is kind of you guys have maybe not Nova or Lotus. Lotus, you might have heard of some places like this. Cassandra, you've probably seen a place or two like this in Oxy or any city that you're from, where it's kind of a little bit of an entertainment district. There's some more cheap playhouses or opera houses. There's sort of these like there is a few like burlesque shows and like music halls and beer gardens, but also here is a big fucking casino that you guys have found a sort of pleasure district where there's opera houses, music halls, etc., etc. That
etc.
But the centerpiece is the casino, and it is called. It's called the Boneyard.
I can't wait to lose all my money.
In the Boneyard.
And
I have almost 2 gold.
And you sort of get the like sense that it's like a little bit of a play on words, because you see that the most popular game there is like various dice games that seem to be played on actual like knuckle bones. But a lot of the staff also seem to be skeletons or undead of various kind.
Interesting.
But do you all enter? Do you wish to spend a little time gambling?
What do we think, gang?
I mean, I have very little money, but sounds like a lot of fun to check it out. Which is probably why it sounds so fun.
There is also various card games, and even a few like old timey like slots and roulettes. But it does seem that like craps and other dice games seem to be the most popular.
I think we should check it out. If nothing else, we got a lay of the land.
Yeah, I gotta get a lay of the land.
Of course.
We're clearly just here for reconnaissance, not to gamble away all of my meager savings.
Awesome. So you step in and like you see that there's like sort of as you're sort of like going in, you see that there's like several divided halls. Like the main hall is like the most populated one, and it seems to be the more low stakes games. There's a hall that's like sort of behind it with like a velvet rope and like what looks like some kind of death knight standing in front of it. It has like way upper class like astral elf nobility and Githyanki Kithra's sort of like deal few like dragonborn merchants from like the Twisted Lands. Kind of like everyone in there looks really fucking rich, and it seems that the games there are extremely high stakes. But on the other side is a hall that is completely blocked off that says that just says "Feeling Lucky" on the door.
I'm really curious about that.
Oh, that's so evil.
Lotus is
not
going
feeling
to
lucky, though.
Lotus is going to look over at Cassandra and Nova and say, "Are y'all feeling lucky?"
I mean, I think so.
No.
Something about this place just makes me really excited.
Does it now?
Nova's character arc, getting out of a gambling addiction.
Oh no! He would never get a gambling addiction. Lotus has banned him from gacha games, specifically for that reason.
So, can I find out if I'm lucky?
I mean, are you talking to your friends?
Oh yeah, no, I'm asking Lotus.
Oh, okay.
Let's just go check it out.
Okay.
And hopefully we don't somehow get barred from leaving.
I go over and it's a door, right? This is
Yep.
feeling lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah, I go over and I open the feeling lucky door.
As you open it up, like, purple fire just sort of, like, ignites various torches along the walls. And there
Seems
is...
safe.
Cozy.
It seems like kind of like a fucking gentleman's lounge, almost, with, like, a sort of, sort of a black and purple wallpaper and comfy chairs. And inside is, like, a singular velvet table that seems to be able to be repurposed for various games. And at the very end of the hallway is a portly skeleton man with a big...
How is a skeleton portly? How is the skeleton fat? Is this Sans Undertale?
It's a Halloween
rules?
skeleton.
Is this Sans Undertale rules? Does he have a literal jelly belly?
Well,
What is happening?
You'll see in just a second. Hold on.
Oh.
Okay.
It's
Where-
Halloween skeleton rules where they just outline the body.
Yeah, of course.
And you see
Oh my goodness.
this handsome skeleton man
Okay.
sitting behind a big chair at the end.
Oh,
of the-
he is handsome.
Oh yeah.
Oh no, he is
yeah.
handsome.
And he sort of he's sort of smoking on a big fucking stogie.
It is. He's a skull head.
Oh wait, hold on. This is in the wrong channel. Sorry.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say.
NPC log.
Yeah.
He is handsome.
Gentlemen,
Mm-hmm.
lady, please step in if you so desire.
Is this a
Okay.
Tom Inch reference? Am I in
This
danger?
sounds like it.
I mean, kind of, but also I just like doing this voice a lot, to be fair.
Yeah.
You could consider him a sort of... There's a little Tam Kench in there, but there's also some other characters of mine that I've sort of put into
Yeah.
him. But he
Okay.
does have that big bombastic sort of Cajun accent.
Yeah. Salutations.
Who do I have the pleasure of entertaining on this fine day?
My name's Nova.
Oh.
Oh, don't you worry your head. I ain't do that kind of ambiguous rules. You'll find all my rules are crystal clear, good sir.
Well, that's a relief.
You can call me the Baron, or the Collector if you so desire.
What do you collect?
All sorts of things. But it's sort of a little hobby of mine. It involves my specialty games, as it were.
And what kind of games are those?
Why, anything. It's less so the game and more so the stakes that are exciting.
Do you take copper?
No, friend. I have no need of material goods for this part of the game. I earn plenty of money through my other industries here. You'll find that... Also, I will say, I know this looks a little sketchy. I can sense your hesitation, good sir. But you'll find that I do not bargain in the soul. As that is boring to me.
What do you bargain with then? You're being very evasive.
Well, that's the thing. What are you willing to bargain with?
I have copper.
I love Nova so fucking much.
Oh, you're delightful, sir. A true card, a gentle soul. No, my friend. I bargain with aspects of a person.
Oh no!
Is this one? Oh no, it's Tom Kinch and Wonderland. Oh no!
Are we betting stats?
You could say that perchance there might be something along the lines of maybe a numerical bet in your stats. Or Also deal in memories, feelings, emotions, parts of yourself. I mean, I'll take an arm or a leg if you so wish to bargain with it. But you can win some fabulous prizes.
What kinds of prizes?
Why, my friend, anything you can imagine. Money, magic items, new spells. I can hook you up with damn near anything if you win some of my games. But of course, there's
Can you hook us up with you? I think Lotus says that and he immediately blushes like that was a thought he thought out loud.
He sort of is like, without like changing his expression because he's a skull, like the cigar just sort of like he does a deep breath and like half the cigar sort of like
Just lights up.
and he just blows out a big puff of smoke and says, "Now, that's a little forward, sir, but I'm certain that maybe on my off time we could have ourselves a little date if you so desire."
Perhaps. Lotus still looks absolutely panicked and flustered. Like I've said before, despite the fact that his, lower, for lack of a better term, human eyes are always closed, they're still very expressive. So, like, he's definitely, like, scrunched up, blushing this deep, pink, sort of shade. Just, like, all but, like, shrinking away, like, oh my god, I actually said that. No, no, no. Yeah.
How do I ask this in game?
But oh, go ahead.
I'm trying to. So you say you accept wagers of aspects of us. Is that also what? Can those also be the prizes? Can you make me better at being me?
I certainly can, good sir.
I definitely want to be better at being me.
It is sort of an equivalent exchange sort of thing.
Oh no, he's gonna turn you into a dog person. Oh
no! You know, you get what you bet plus extra, as it were. Or you get the equivalent of what you bet plus your original bet back.
I see. Is there any way I could get a better deal because you and Nova or you and Lotus are dating?
Oh, no. Business and pleasure are certainly decoupled. And we aren't
From what I've experienced, they rarely are.
Well, you'll find I'm a consummate professional.
Wow. I haven't met many of those.
But you want to play one of my games, then?
Tell me what... if you'll tell me what the stakes are and what the game is, I'll consider it.
I'll let you pick the game. Anything you want.
It's Wonderland mixed with Death Parade hosted by Tom Pinch.
Oh no!
This is such a bad idea!
And I'll even let you decide how much you bet, and that'll decide how much you get in return. If you bet 1 point of an attribute, you can get 1 point plus, you can get that back plus another, etc., etc. Also, if you desire an item, you can get bet 1 for uncommon, 2 for rare, 3 for very rare. And however, once you get very rare, above that, it's going to cost you 5. And then, if you want to try for something ungodlily powerful, that's going to be a whole 10 to try for it. Yeah, so you can get an artifact here if you want an artifact.
Oh gosh!
But You gotta. You might lose. The stakes go very high, and you might lose an entire your like stat block into the negative.
Oh god. What am I doing?
What are you doing?
I am not the high stakes person.
Oh come on! You know that Holy Avenger longsword is calling to you.
Oh no, not at all. No. Nova just wants to be more charismatic.
Okay. You do have
or intelligent.
You do have to bet the attribute that you want to get, though. So you can't just say, "Oh, I'm gonna use one of my dump stats." No.
Yeah, that makes sense. sense.
No.
Maybe. Well. All right, we're gonna try this.
Wait, I want to interrupt real quick with something very important. They now have squids and octopus that you can have as familiars in Hero Forge.
Hey, that's
that is awesome. That is really awesome.
They just appear on your base. They're surprisingly large.
Oh wow. I would like to bet one intelligence.
Alrighty, son. What game are you playing? Mechanically, it's all going to be a flat D20 roll, but it is... this is a completely luck-based thing. You don't get to add...
Okay, yeah. No no proficiency or...
In-game, you're choosing what
In-game... Okay, in-game I'm choosing what I'm playing. It's just the outcome is completely random. That's... yeah, that's good. That's good. Okay. What game would Nova play? Nova would ask to play rock, paper, scissors.
Ah, man of fine tastes. You know, a simple but tried and true game. And he's gonna stand up and walk over to the fucking...
Move over, old man Yowie. It's time for fat man Yowie.
He's also pretty tall. This guy's like nearly 9.5 feet tall.
Holy shit!
Ginormous!
Someone in the party that absolutely dwarfs Lotus. Good grief!
Oh wow!
Is this awakening any memories? Is this familiar in any sort of way?
A little bit. It's like, wait, oh dang, I'm really into this. Wait a minute.
Yeah. Hold on. I'm reawakening certain things. Hold on.
Reawakening.
He grins at you, of course, because he has a skull for a face. And
the grinner.
He's gonna hold out his hand for you to shake.
Shake his hand.
And you drop 1 point of intelligence.
Okay.
I'm stupid now.
Yep, 1 point of intelligence, and you feel it sort of like force, like sort of drained from you. And he says, "Alrighty, bets on the table, as it were." And he's gonna hold out a fist.
Okay.
Get a D20 ready.
Sorry. I just was reducing my intelligence. I am back and ready to roll a D20.
All right, roll a D20 and choose your hand. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Oh, shoot. All right. I'm rolling scissors. 13.
You roll scissors. It's sort of a hush. It's like there's a pause, and you see that he chose paper.
You just said rock first.
No, I
didn't. You can't do that to me.
I did mean to say paper because Nova did win this.
Okay, hell yeah.
Nova won, and he holds out his hand to shake.
Shake his hand.
And you feel this sort of energy coalesce, and you feel 1 point smarter than you were originally.
I'm like sweating sap.
Hadn't been a while since I tasted of celestial. But
That was very intense.
feel alive, don't you, though, son?
I do.
There's nothing like it, boy. That feeling of desperation, that tension. That's what I feed off of. And he slaps his gut and is like,
Oh, it must be very filling.
Lotus is just blushing further. Like,
I feel it growing. I feel it inside me too. I feel very full of anxiety, even though the moment's over.
yeah. This whole place is full of desperation and tension.
Is that what this is? I feel like I like it, but I'm not sure.
Yeah. You want to go again?
I don't think I'm ready for that. I want to, but I feel like
did he say
I'm not
I
ready
want
for
to
it.
or I want to?
I want to.
Okay.
I'm not trying to steal your hand.
Gee, it sure is nice to be back in Spire. Baron. Won't you? Lotus. Won't you?
I'll need a minute to calm down, but that's a feeling that I will probably want to experience again. This was very intense, and maybe I do want to do it again. Maybe I want to try it with wisdom this time. I want to increase my mental stats.
You wanna?
Does anybody else want to go first? I still feel like I need to calm down for a second.
You're more than either one of you are more than welcome to play a little game with me.
Good.
Would you be willing to gamble in recipes?
Recipes. Now, I do appreciate a good meal of the more material foods every now and then. The flavor certainly does not escape me. I'll certainly give you, I'll bet a recipe against one of your recipes.
I think Lotus will bet a lemon bar recipe that his father taught him.
Alright.
Yeah.
What game would you like to play, son?
I can certainly think of a few that wouldn't be appropriate for the table.
Surely wouldn't be exactly appropriate for a table.
Okay, above board, would chess be like a kind... Would it be more wisdom or intelligence based? Because I feel like...
all of these games are completely random, chat. Like, just to, like... Actually, to be fair, if you wanted, I guess we could do, like, a skill-based game if you wanted to.
Yeah.
Although, you'd be at a massive disadvantage if it was skill-based.
It's the person who eats abilities.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. What is a good, simple game to play? I think Lotus will say, if we're playing with the continued brand of childish whimsy, which I will
admit. What are you calling childish?
I'm not saying it as a bad thing. Nova, you're literally talking to the person who eats like whimsy incarnate. I eat dreams. You think I disapprove of whimsy?
I know you don't disapprove of whimsy, but people talk down to children, and I don't think that's. I feel like people think.
I don't think it's right, but I also don't think that quote unquote childishness is a bad thing.
Okay.
Yes. So on that note, how about hide and seek?
Alright, that's certainly fair. And he's going to clap his hands and everything's going to go dark. And then suddenly you all are in the center of a maze.
What is this maze like? What's the terrain?
It's just flat stone.
Flat stone. Okay. It, does it look like there's any nooks and crannies, in any of the stone? Is anything cracked?
No.
Okay.
It's just a maze with. It's just like a defaultly drawn maze in a 3D environment.
Oh. Do all bugs in 5e have a fly speed? Because I have a really decent idea.
Spiders don't.
Okay, Lotus is going to turn into a spider, and
hold on.
Wait.
Hold on, the game hasn't started yet.
Okay.
He's gonna say, hold out your hand.
Okay, Lotus will hold it out.
And he's gonna shake your hand, and you're gonna lose currently the recipe for the lemon bars.
Okay.
And then he's gonna say, so, do you want to be it, or should I be it?
I shall be the hider.
Course you would. He's gonna seem to like almost wink, even though that should be impossible.
Uh-huh.
One of the fires like dims and brightens. In his eye socket.
Anyway,
I like that.
Anyways, I'll count to 10, and you hide as best you can.
Alrighty.
Alright, this one is going to be probably more skill-based slightly, because you are going to have to roll a stealth check for this.
Yeah.
But he's going to, instead of like covering his eyes, he's going to collapse into a pile of inert bones.
Okay.
And a fire timer is going to appear over his head that's going to slowly count down from 10.
Yeah, Lotus is going to dash as far away as he can first. Then he is going to wild shape into a spider and is going to try to make himself look as inconspicuous as possible by curling up, folding his legs sort of under him on a wall, like in a sort of like lower angle.
But are you a normal spider, or are you one of those fucking bright pink dream creatures that you always turn into?
Oh yeah, do we want to roll to see if this is?
Here's your luck roll. Here's your real luck roll. This is
Yeah. Okay. Just a flat d20, right?
Yep.
14.
Uh, 14?
Yes.
Alright, you managed to turn into a normal spider.
Hell yeah. Yeah, little grayish spider. Lotus is going to curl up, holding fast to the wall, sort of lower down, but not like he's trying to make himself look randomly placed. And is going to do that. Try to look as inconspicuous as possible. Just another pebble on the wall.
All right.
Another stone.
All right, roll me a stealth check.
All right.
I will give you advantage on this because you're gonna need it.
Yeah. And I get a +4 as a spider.
Yep.
So that is a dirty 20.
Awesome.
Oh, saw the 8.
And you finally hear him say, "Ready or not, here I come." And he's going to, you two are going to see him sort of like arise like a fucking phoenix from this bone pile, sort of like straighten out his clothes, and then sort of amble off after Lotus. And time is going to pass. And more time is going to pass. And eventually, when you feel like your wild shape is probably going to just about...
After 2 hours?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh!
The maze disappears, and he says, "Alright, I give. You'll win that one, boy."
Yeah, Lotus puffs out of the spider form in a twinkling burst of pink fog. And he will take a bow.
And he's going to clap his bony hands, sort of clatter them together. And he's going to say, "Well done. You know, not many people can escape my sight. But you managed, and I always honor a fair game." And he holds out his hand for you to shake.
Lotus will shake.
And he says, "Pick sweet or savory, boy."
How about both? I've been rather fond of glazed meat dishes lately.
Alright. And you're going to get back the lemon bar recipe, and you're going to get a recipe for these ginger meat buns.
Ooh.
Sort of like that can be prepared in various ways with various different types of meat, but the filling is mainly, it's like ginger with a little honey and just a little bit of peppers in there to give it just a little kick with the sweetness.
Interesting.
Yeah. Lotus will say, that being said, I think this will pair absolutely perfect with the lemon bars. Perhaps I'll stop on by with both.
Well, I certainly wouldn't say no to that. But any of y'all want to try again? Or would you like to go, madam?
No thanks.
Cassandra's bad vibes radar just going off the chart.
Like fucking vibes, no?
To be fair, this guy has better vibes than the gnome.
Yeah,
Better
that's
vibes than the
true.
gnome, but still
You're
fuck
just
it.
saying that because he's hot.
Okay, to be fair, this feels like Wick in particular was coming after me. Like, with this NPC, this feels like a call-out post.
It was targeted.
It feels targeted.
I mean, yes and no.
Yes, but actually no.
Well, if you're not doing it, then I'd feel bad leaving without giving you one more game. So, it's, I mean, like threes and stuff, right? So I'll play again.
All right, what you betting?
File. One wisdom.
One wisdom, and what you playing, son?
Rock, paper, scissors.
Alrighty. All right, you know the drill. He'll shake his hand, give up your wisdom. All right, and then ready for roll a d20 and choose your hand.
All right.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
9.
You like look at the scissors and you're sort of hopeful and you feel something sort of change inside of you as you see that he's got a big bony fist in front of him. Oh, too bad, son.
Oh no!
They can't all be winners. And you permanently lose 1 point of wisdom.
Damn.
Why do I feel so desperate to try that again and try to earn it back?
You know what? Hey, listen, I'll happily do a round of double or nothing if you want.
See, that sounds like something that should sound like a very bad idea, but it kind of sounds like a good idea. I look at Lotus and Cassandra.
I think Lotus is very much taking the approach of like, well, he has to learn sometime, so like...
This is what my friends are for!
I mean, were you just lost? Is it really wise to bet double?
No, I'm less wise now!
Cassandra does have a good point. That being said, if I may ask, Mr. Baron, are we free to visit just for company every now and then?
What'd you say?
Are we free to visit for company every now and then?
Of course, you're free to visit for company or play a game if you wish. I'm always open for either.
Alright. Perhaps we'll come back another time then.
Please
Okay.
do. You're welcome to try again anytime you want, Mr. Nova.
I'm sure I'll be back. This was very exciting and also heart-crushing.
That's how life is, son. Welcome to being mortal.
It's very interesting.
I never properly introduced myself. I am Lotus.
It's nice to meet you, Lotus.
Indeed. Nice to meet you as well. But only, unfortunate though it is, we have other things to attend to. Very well.
Of course.
Lotus is going to grab Nova's hand and lead him out.
Thank you.
Also, I gotta go to the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back.
Alright.
Thought you were gonna let me lose all of my intelligence.
No.
Stats.
No.
I was worried I was gonna be abandoned to my whim.
No. No.
Don't worry, I got your back.
We've got your back.
Because Nova's not gonna have self-control.
Above board, Lotus wasn't actually going to let you go through with it. He was like for a moment he was like, oh yeah, you know, he's got to learn at some point, and then he realized what all or nothing really meant, and he's like, yeah. And when Cassandra pointed it out, that's when it really clicked. He's like, oh yeah, no, let's not do that.
On the plus side, I balanced my stats to all even numbers. So.
All even numbers.
Hello, I'm back.
Feel satisfied.
Welcome back.
So how would you enjoy it?
That was wonderful. Lotus is learning more about the world all the time.
I am very flustered by this NPC.
This is the collector. Also, if you would have asked him what his actual name was, he would have said, "This is above the table," but I'm sure you'll find out in. It's not that important. I just think it's funny. He did actually lose his name in a gambling match.
I love that.
That's amazing.
That's why
some fake creature came in and bet their name against
I keep saying this in all my D&D games. Pride Month, we're eating good. Not me thinking of drawing artwork of these two.
Oh gosh, you've got it bad.
I do.
Now, I will
So
say, also, like, if you do bet more intent, like, more amounts of, like, attributes, you are gonna, like, probably also, like, if you bet a lot of, like, intelligence or intelligence, you might lose memories.
Oh yeah,
If you bet a
understandable.
lot of charisma, you might lose the ability to feel certain emotions.
Oh
Ooh.
gosh.
Yeah, if you
See,
bet
that's
too...
the catch I was looking for.
If you bet too much strength, you might lose an arm.
Mm.
But what if I win a bunch of charisma? Then
You'll
what do
feel
I
you'll
get?
feel
Pickup
the
lines?
you'll feel the emotions that mantis shrimp feel.
Yeah.
If you bet a lot of wisdom, you see the colors that mantis shrimp see.
Yeah, it's a lot of mantis shrimp stuff.
It's a surprising amount of mantis shrimp buffs.
Do you want me to ruin Mantis shrimp vision for you?
No, I
No,
know what it is.
I know.
Okay.
It's not the amount. It's not them seeing extra colors. It's just them better perceiving the exact shade of colors,
Yeah.
which is still
Which
cool.
still slays.
Which is still cool, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Yeah.
so you had a little. You actually go out and you realize that despite nearly 2 hours passing in that maze, practically no time at all has passed outside.
Oh, time dilation. That's neat.
Which you get the sense that this guy is a lot more powerful than just like some kind of basic undead.
Stop! I already said I'm gonna try to romance him.
Stop! I'm already
Level 20 wizard.
Oh.
What are the other people in the party take notice of with their roles?
Yeah. So,
I'm waiting on Wick's answer. Like,
Oh wait, what?
I thought what we saw was for all of us.
Wait,
Oh,
what rolls?
was it? The luck rolls. For
Yeah, that was
finding
all of
interesting-
y'all. That was for all of
Oh,
y'all.
okay.
Yeah, it was the
Oh,
combination.
okay. I didn't know.
Yeah, sorry, they were all pretty close together, so I just did it for one thing.
Okay. Well, that was an interesting time. Do we want to go ahead and head back now?
Probably wise before I gamble my entire life away.
Yes, we'll have to work on that impulse, my friend.
It's just so exciting, and I feel like I could win.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of things are exciting, but lots of things are also bad.
I got a no wind hold 'em, no wind fold 'em.
Yeah,
It's like
let's.
fighting. Fighting is exciting for me, but I don't necessarily want to go start fights.
Yeah.
I don't want to
That's
start
true.
fights either, but I'll finish them.
Oh,
I'd
exactly.
rather just prevent them,
Yeah.
but I don't seem to be very good at that yet.
Mm,
Everyone keeps fighting, even though I try to stop it.
hopefully, eventually. Lotus will pat Nova on the shoulder. You'll get it eventually, bud.
The last time I thought I stopped a fight, the invisible darkness came out and slaughtered everyone.
It sure fucking did, didn't it? It sure fucking did.
The what now?
Oh, you know, Dark Star bullshit.
Oh, okay, now I remember. For a minute, I thought it was a backstory thing, and I was like,
No,
what the hell?
Let's, do we want to take the boatman again, or do we want to trust that the Solar Legion aren't going to be waiting for us? If
I'm
we
gonna
take
go ahead and
Alkalia?
I'm gonna go ahead and say this like up front. because you've done it a couple of times now to understand.
Yeah,
Solar Legion are just guarding the gondoliers in the outer
in
city.
the outer
Yeah.
city. It's not
Yeah,
how we're going in.
Yeah. But if we're going in, if we're coming from in and going out, are they going to be there? Is my concern.
Or okay.
They
Or even
will
if they're
not.
there, they're not gonna.
Yeah, they'll
Stop
be
us.
there. They're like, there's going to be there, but they aren't going to cause any problems for you.
Hopefully, it's not the same ones.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll try to take a different gondola.
Yeah,
than
Lotus
the one
will-
where they are.
Yeah, Lotus will
You
run
could
that
always
by.
take the death gondola.
That's what I said. Is do we want to take
Oh,
the
sorry.
boatman, or do we want to take the gondola back to the outer city?
I'm not ready to go to sleep yet.
All right, gondola.
What a long day ahead of us. Do we want to just walk?
We could.
Do we?
I feel like going to the outer city. I feel like we should go and see if the Solar Legion are going to be a problem going out, and if they're not, then we take it and hope they don't cause a problem at the end. And if they do, then we just leave. And then on the way back, we can either walk or take the nice skeleton or no longer skeletons boat.
Okay, so let's walk then. Because you said you're not ready to go to sleep, and the boatman makes everyone tired.
Oh, I was thinking take the regular gondola.
Okay. I'm so confused.
Sorry, I was saying we should take the regular gondola on the way to the outer city and then walk or on the way home, or on the way back to the inner city. Or take the boatman on the way to the inner city.
So are we
We're
walking?
going to
I think we should take the regular gondola to the outer city.
Okay.
I understand what Nova's saying.
Okay, good. I thought I just completely word saladed or something and didn't realize it. Does that sound good to you guys?
All right.
Okay, so we go to the regular gondola.
Yes. Should I turn into some manner of little beast to
Probably
in case they are
wise.
there? Okay. How long does the gondola take to get to the outer city?
I think it's like 15 to 20 minutes. No encounters.
Okay, yeah. In that case, Lotus will turn into a pink floral patterned snake decked out in jewelry and coil up around Nova's shoulders.
Mm-hmm.
Like a nice little scarf.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel very fashionable now.
very nice.
But yeah, then I think we head to the
boa.
gondola.
The
It's
boa.
a boa!
It's a boa.
Got a
Yeah.
little puppy nose.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, yeah, so you get on the gondola, no problems. Show off the signet ring, which is currently around Lotus's tail.
Yeah.
It was like, hey, that's cool.
That's a cool snake.
Mhm. And yeah, you get to the temple district, no problem.
Awesome.
Wait.
Currently, as you get to the temple district and make your way to the Temple of Feywill, there are two people in front of it. Just sort
I hope they're
of
nice.
sitting and talking. They are speaking deep speech, though, which none of you understand.
Dear.
But
Oh no.
it is a sapphire dragonborn and a
Okay.
halfling.
Okay.
Okay.
and I'm going to post them in chat.
Okay, I think these are our buddies.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully our buddies.
I am a snake right now, so I will not be
Here is the
communicating any inside checks.
Here is the Dragonborn.
Wait,
Tristal-
can I telepathically talk to people when I'm wild shaped?
I'm pretty sure you can.
Oh fuck yeah! Yeah,
Crystal.
I'll make an inside check on him then.
Tristal Lorhem is this Dragonborn Temple Knight. You can make 2. Do you like the autumn colors I picked out for the?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm trying to. Which channel is it?
NPC log.
Oh, NPC log. Okay.
And here is.
I'll find the NPC log.
Don't have permission.
You should. Yeah, you should be have permission. It's right here at the bottom, right before the.
Let me check on my desktop. Maybe it's just my phone being weird.
I'm gonna just
My
at
phone's
you in
been
it.
having
So,
issues.
do you see it?
Oh, okay. It's at the top for me. That's weird.
Okay.
Oh, that is weird.
It's a different place on my phone.
Delete that then. But yeah, we have these two. A Sapphire Dragonborn holding a big fucking combo, and a Ghostwise halfling with carrying a bunch of alchemist supplies on her back. And
Oh, they both look so badass.
yeah.
Tildra isn't here though. Interesting.
Huh?
Tildra.
Oh, is
That's
that...
one of the acolytes.
Yes, that's right. Thank you for reminding me of her name. I wrote down a completely different name on her hero board.
They killed Tildra! Get him!
No. It's fine. She's just not here yet.
Okay.
Did I say how to spell that?
Yes, it's in notes. Tyldra.
Yldra.
Yes.
Alright, Tildra, thank you.
So this is the alchemist and the knight errant.
Yes.
Yes. Lotus is going to make an insight check, just to see if these guys look like they match the description that Aster gave.
Yes.
I already rolled 1, which was a 14. Do you want me to do another set of rolls, or? Okay, let me roll the second then.
Yeah. Yeah.
Damn.
That matches.
Okay. The second one was a nat 20.
Yeah.
I didn't know if you wanted me to roll
fine.
2.
They match.
Yeah.
These are the.
Yeah.
These are 2 of the people.
Yeah.
And Tristal is sort of already taking up position in front of the temple and just sort of.
Lotus will communicate that to Nova and Cassandra and just say telepathically, those 2 are the 2 of the temple heiries. That's the knight errant and alchemist, respectively.
Cassandra's gonna nod and then kind of with a bright smile on her face is gonna go over to greet him and be like, "Hi, you guys are the new temple hires, right?"
They're gonna sort of stand up and both of them nod, and Tristal will say, and heavily, they're both gonna talk, and like they both have sort of a heavy sort of accent that's kind of hard to place. Yes, no, not like that. It'd be, yes, I am. No, it wouldn't be like that. I can't. It's a deep
speech accent.
Yes, which would probably be like, but not gonna do that. So
clearly, it's the accent from Rock Bottom. I don't. understand
I am
your accent.
Crystal Laura him. No,
Yeah.
hello,
Clearly that's the
I'm
accent.
Crystal Lorham. I am the knight who wanted to join up with your temple, and you hear a sort of soft but like sort of detached, almost kind of doll-like voice come from this halfling. I'm Tavia Bitterroot. I have also come.
Right here?
Oh, it's great to meet both of you. I'm sure I'm going to have so much to learn from both of you. I'm glad that you guys chose to join.
Well, thank you for having us. A pleasure to be here. We both kind of were wanderers trying to figure out where to go after we left the Far Lands, or the Twisted Lands, so, just nice of you to take us in, as it were.
Avia out here giving real black-eyed children energy.
Yes, thank you for accommodating us.
It's nice to meet you. My
Have
name's
you chosen
Nova.
rooms yet?
What'd you say, Cassandra?
Oh, have you two chosen rooms yet and gotten settled in?
No, we just got here. We just got here, so, we haven't had a chance to go in yet. We were just chatting.
Oh, and the snake is Lotus. He's
Oh,
a druid that saves us.
I can't hear you. You broke up a little. Sorry.
Oh, sorry. Oh,
Yeah,
and
it
the
was-
snake is Lotus. Oh, sorry.
No,
Yeah.
Is it so?
You're good there.
Oh, break it up
Okay.
again. Okay. Try one more.
Here, I'm gonna switch to speaker for
Okay.
a little bit.
Okay.
Oh,
My
that's
headphones
much
might be dying.
That's much better.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, the snake is Lotus. He's a druid that's staying with us.
Hello, Lotus. Nice to meet you.
Lotus will wave with his tail.
Hello, Lotus.
I think Lotus will sort of uncoil and slip off of Nova, and once more in that puff of a pink glittering mist, he will resume his astral elf form and say, another thing, I am a Dawnseer and I need to feed on dreams. Hope that's okay with the both of you.
Just leading straight out with that.
It's Lotus is being upfront, trying a new tactic.
That's weird. I guess it's okay. And you sort of like look over at Tavia, and she's like, "You're welcome to try if you wish."
I love Tavia already.
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
If you can withstand the horrors.
But I think I probably can, because I have been through a lot of them.
Okay.
I will certainly take you up on the offer when the hunger arises. He will look over at Tistel.
Don't say I didn't warn you.
That's fair. But if all things go well, you might be sleeping a little bit better. And he'll look over at Tistel and say, might I inquire if you would also be willing?
Yeah,
should the need arise?
I said I was.
Okay, yes. Oh, I hear me.
Oh no.
Oh, here it might be me.
It
In a
is you.
memento.
All good. Yes. Have you seen acolyte in the area? We're still expecting one more.
No, we haven't. I heard from the people we were talking to that apparently this one came recommended by the librarian herself, but we haven't met her yet. And as you guys are talking, a figure is actually approaching the temple.
I hope it's a grung.
It appears to be a tiefling.
Oh.
Appears to be a tiefling. And here she is. I almost decided to make the alchemist a grung, but I decided to make her a ghostwise halfling because I wanted to do one of those that they're so fun to me and my little headcanons about them being fucking freaks. And here is Tealdra.
Ooh.
Oh, she's pretty.
It's really pretty.
Yeah. And you notice that, like, her horns are like a almost pure or transparent crystal.
Interesting.
And she says, hello, sorry, am I late?
There's...
Oh no, just in time.
Yeah.
Oh,
sorry.
that's so good. That's so good. I'm sorry.
Calm down. It's fine.
Right, yes.
You did just miss a little important debrief about my situation. To boil it down, hi, I'm Lotus, I'm a druid, and I'm also a Domthair who eats dreams every so often, so that is something I will...
Yes, I would be okay with that. However, I would highly recommend it against it for your own safety. I'm sorry.
Alright. Just putting it out there, trying a new tactic instead of skulking about in the night like some sort of wretched creature.
Yes, the librarian told me to make sure to tell you that you shouldn't try it on me.
Alright. This over here is Nova, and the current operator and cleric of the temple, Cassandra.
Hi.
And she's going to give a proper, like, curtsy and say, hello, I'm Tealdra. It's nice to meet you, Lady Cassandra.
Cassandra's gonna do her best kind of curtsy back and go, it's wonderful to meet you too. I'm so excited to have people interested in the temple.
Lotus will do something between a bow and a curtsy.
Nova's also gonna try to curtsy badly.
I love him. We do have two other companions staying here at the temple, though one kind of goes back and forth between the Star's Hearth, and the other is probably somewhere in the temple, hopefully safe and lazing about. We can introduce them as soon as they're able.
Alright. And, Crystal says, I just realized I gave all of them T names. Huh. What a weird coincidence. Anyways,
Are you telling me that was an accident?
yeah, it was. It was absolutely an accident. Tristal says, do you need me out here, or should I, just be inside? I'm kinda new to the temple god thing.
Well, I mean, you're...
Yeah,
Cassandra, you're the woman in charge.
Why don't we give you a tour of the temple and get everybody situated in their rooms and that kind of thing? And then I've been thinking about what to do for the first temple sermon. Why don't we do a celebration to celebrate you all being here?
Oh, that'd be nice. Thank you, Lady
Like a
Cassandra.
welcome.
And that sounds delightful.
Oh, wonderful.
I really think that if I do wind up needing Finnegan, Tavia and Finnegan would get along swimmingly. Yeah. Yeah. Going in.
Yes.
Yeah.
So here we are at Temple. It's your show. It's your show, Cassandra. How are you gonna show your followers around?
I think she'll start the training yard and then just kind of go over each of the rooms and who's staying where, and then try to let them pick their own rooms. And kind of go through the kitchen and be like, you're welcome to anything. Like, this is our little community now. And I think she's just super excited and just kind of like bursting with joy. And she's just kind of trying to make them feel welcome as possible.
Awesome. Tristal and Teardra both seem to be pretty enthusiastic. Teardra seems a little more nervous. Tavia seems absolutely, completely deadpan, blank, expressionless the whole time. Just kind of a weird little weirdo. But I think Tristal will take a room near the training yard that's still there, and Tavia will take a room that's got enough space for her to set up her alchemical equipment, maybe near the more the greenhouse part. And Tildra will take a room sort of close to yours, Cassandra. Yeah.
And then I think after she's done helping with them, I think she's just straight into preparations for doing a celebration that night for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
As kind of her first sermon, like a community celebration.
Mm-hmm.
If that's okay with everybody.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Lotus would help with preparing food.
Yeah.
Nova will help with anything that you can ask him to help with.
So will Tristal. Tavia will actually sort of help you out, Lotus. But as before she does so, she's going to hand you a sort of like bottle with like this sort of blue liquid that sort of seems to have like this luster to it, like like those liquors that people put luster dust in.
Yeah.
It's like she's gonna hand you one of those and say, "This is for your condition."
Interesting. If you don't mind me asking, where did you get this from, and what is it?
You sort of get a sensation in your head before she can answer, and the serpent's like, "Is that dream wine?"
The Lotus will smile and say back to the serpent, "I think it very much is."
And she's gonna say, "It's dream wine."
A really good friend of mine, who I think very highly of, is actually the inventor of this.
I'm not the inventor of it, Lotus. I just made some.
Well, he wouldn't have said that. He wouldn't say that if he remembered that. He'd say, a really good friend of mine is really adept at making this.
Who knows? Maybe it's one of his. I got it from a trader.
Mayhaps. Thank you kindly.
I have a few more bottles if you enjoy it, but
Yeah,
I was also hoping to partake of some myself.
of course. Perhaps we can crack it open later tonight, after the celebrations wind down.
That sounds delightful.
I will say I'm not exactly very hungry at the moment for this sort of thing, but I'll definitely partake in a glass to get a feel of things.
All right.
Yeah.
She helps you cook.
Yeah.
What are you doing, Cassandra?
I think she's kind of like organizing like various games and kind of activities to do during the party. She's kind of decorating a little bit with maybe a couple autumn leaves or something, and making sure that like there's a clear open place, and just kind of planning ahead what she's gonna say. And then when she can, I think she pops into the kitchen to try to help with the food, but she's really bad.
Lotus is going to say, I've been making some maple ginger turmeric cookies, nice and warm and cozy, and I thought maple was good for the autumn vibe, as well as the color that the turmeric is going to give the finished product. The crackle
Wow,
cookies.
those are beautiful.
Thank you. I think he did use a cookie cutter in the shape of a maple leaf.
Oh, that's cute.
That's adorable.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
She, Tavia actually made a sort of a strange dish that's sort of like weirdly black and dark purple. That looks a little weird, but she says, "Go on, it's a specialty of where I'm from."
Lotus will take a bite, like a little taste.
It's surprisingly okay. It's like got a weirdly chewy and rubbery texture, but the flavor is like sort of bright with a little sour notes to it, kind of a little pickly, kind of like a ceviche almost.
I think Lotus's third eye is going to widen, and he's going to look down at her and say, "Is this cooked black ooze?"
There's a little black ooze in it. It's Displacer Beast ceviche, pickled in it's Displacer Beast pickled in black ooze.
Lotus is grinning ear to ear, and he's like, "I've never met anyone else who cooked monsters before. This is great. This is fantastic."
We cook monsters all the time in the Twisted Lands because...
Really?
Yes. You know, you can't grow livestock there. You have to eat a lot of aberrations.
Oh my god, this is amazing. Yeah. Lotus just looks so happy.
Also, anyone who eats this dish for the next hour, or for the next I'm gonna say until the end of the next combat you all have, people have disadvantage on hitting you.
Ooh!
Oh, nice!
Wow.
I think the last thing Lotus will make is some meringues shaped to look like little mushrooms that he then dusts with cinnamon and brown sugar to make them, like, on the bottom and on the top to make them look more organic.
There's also this very sort of tasty black flatbread that Tavia makes.
Lotus will take a little taste test of that as well.
It's surprisingly good and earthy. It tastes a lot like mushrooms, surprisingly.
Yeah, Lotus is going to look at her and say, what is this made out of?
It's made out of myconid spores.
Ah, interesting. Aren't myconid sentient, or are things different in the Twisted Lands?
No, they're sapient. They just they have a special type of spores they sell as a wheat replacement.
Oh, interesting. Okay, good to know, good to know. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very happy, Dom here.
But yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Games and food and stuff. What else do you think we need, Noah?
Or did you ask me?
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I've never really had a party before. We could. I don't know what else. I feel like you just have to have fun, right?
I guess so. I mean,
Should we, because it's in a temple, should we have a fancy speech too?
oh gosh, what am I gonna say?
I mean, it's not an official sermon yet. It's just like a welcoming party, but you can.
Yeah.
I guess. Okay, I think I've got a plan.
Okay.
Yep. I think I'm going to talk about community and maybe hopefulness and togetherness. I don't know. Is that going to be too cheesy?
I mean,
I think that'll be great.
That sounds pretty in character and pretty good.
Pretty good.
Yeah. Are you? Do you have a? Are you just gonna like say you do a speech?
I think I might try and come up with one on the fly, but it's gonna be bad.
It's gonna be bad. Well, it's gonna be genuine.
Yep.
Yeah.
Don't think of it as being bad or good. Think of it as being genuine.
Okay, we're gonna try. We're gonna try. After the. Okay.
To make your sermon notes.
Yeah. I think as the celebration is starting, she's gonna kind of maybe not do a toast, but kind of gather everybody, and she's gonna say, "Hey, I wanted to welcome you guys all, formally, and make this a bit of a what's the perfect time to do the first sermon, right?" And she's gonna kind of sigh for a minute, and then she's going to kind of almost brace herself, and then she's going to turn. And I think for the first moment, she's actually being slightly charismatic, and you guys have not seen confidence on her before. Like, she's been fidgety, she's been, nervous, but she's going to turn over, and this is purely genuine, what she says, as she turns over and says, "I had community back where I'm from, in a form, but due to circumstances, we grew distant. I really want this community to work out. I'm hoping that maybe we can be our own community, and that maybe we can be friends, and that whatever hardships come and go, maybe we can stick together through it. I really appreciate you guys putting your faith in me, and I hope that it's, well rewarded." And she's going to kind of go, "I guess we'll do a celebration."
Lotus will clap.
Nova's nodding enthusiastically through the whole thing and cheers at the end.
Alright, can you roll me a religion? roll with advantage.
Okay. That's a 13 and a natural 20!
Yeah!
As you do this, and you feel like this, you feel at first kind of like faltery about it, like maybe a little nervous, like you're on the spot, but you just sort of almost feel this hand like on your shoulder. And you sort of just feel the fact that at first when you started, like you felt everyone's eyes on you, and that might have like been a little stressful, but you sort of like twist it and you realize they're not like, you're all in this together, and that's what community is about. And like you guys had this like little bit of like nice like little small but like genuine spread, and that's still there. But as you sort of say this, you suddenly feel like this cool autumn breeze just sort of blow through the temple, and the table suddenly gets filled up with like some end of the season harvests of vegetables and fruits, and various little cornucopias, and you suddenly, if you were to go out in the the greenhouse, you'd see that like a bunch of healing herbs and mushrooms have sprouted up in various blank spots. You already used up you have like simple sort of foodstuffs in the pantry, but now you have like all these fresh fruits and vegetables, and like you would notice now that you have ways of like ability to like pickle or what is it? Various ways of preserving them if need be. Like you guys now not just have like a small little feast, but like you have like a bountiful harvest that'll help you not just feed yourselves tonight, but feed the community should you need to.
That's awesome.
And you all...
Oh, that's so cool.
You all get the advantage. You all get receive the benefits of the spells Hero's Feast.
Hell yeah.
Oh, awesome. Awesome.
But yeah, also, as you guys are sort of talking, Teal just sort of like says, I know we're doing this as like a feast, and I also have a gift that was given to me to give to you from the librarian. And she's going to hand you this, like, what looks like a really fine bottle of wine. But you realize that it's got sort of the same bluish tint as the dream wine that Tavia was sharing with Lotus earlier. But this is labeled in Draconic, which I believe you can speak now, can't you?
Can I?
I don't remember. If you don't, Tildra will translate for you. You're breaking up again. I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry. I don't have Draconic.
Okay. She will translate, and she'll say, "This is a dream soma. It's a extremely potent version of dream wine, and it's she made this one herself. It has to be basically this is you get sort of this explanation that basically dream soma is something that only extremely potent psionics can make, and they basically take dream wine and they boost it even further. And this is This is like a gift you might give like a fucking like prince kind of deal.
Whoa.
This is
Whoa.
like this thing is probably worth like maybe several thousand gold.
Okay,
Wow.
I apologize for making this joke because this is such a bad joke. But sugar mommy?
I mean, maybe.
That I'm sorry. I had to make that joke.
Possibly. But it is a very, very potent gift, and this is the kind of thing that is like, to be fair, a dragon giving you this may not be at the same level of like, a dragon giving this as a gift might be a little different than like a ruler or something giving it to you, because you know she is a great worm and like one of the only two of those in Walira. This might not even be like close to the most valuable thing she owns. So
No, but it's the most valuable thing Cassandra owns now.
yeah, absolutely.
Between that and the freaking necklace.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I think we should save this for when we have the whole group with us to
Yeah.
work it.
Yeah. Seems reasonable.
Hmm.
Yeah, for like a big celebration, like we just beat the big bad or something.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
Would you send her my thanks?
of
And
course.
Cassandra's like, no, super awkward, like super flattered.
Of course. The librarian is a very generous person to those that she's interested in, so... And you have caught her attention by bringing the word of Feywild to Nakstadt.
Wow.
To be fair, in this circumstance, you are practically the Pope of this country.
Oh my gosh, I didn't realize that. She's just kind of like, I think it's just setting in for her that she's, you know, almost, we're not in...
Like,
Sorry.
like you are the head representation of the Eidolon of Feywild in Nakstadt.
Yeah, I think it's setting in for her that she's like an important person, which has never happened before. And I think she's just kind of staring blankly for a minute, and she's like, what the hell? Well, I guess party time!
Yeah, you guys have a fun little party.
Alright.
Actually, towards the end of the party, Cassandra would try and catch Lotus and Nova kind of as everybody's, you know, wandering off to their rooms and stuff. And she'd like to turn to them and she'd like to just go, thank you guys for letting me tag along with you. I mean, I may not be super helpful, but...
Nova's
You
gonna
guys-
give... Oh yeah, sorry, go on.
Oh yeah, you guys have just meant a lot to me.
Nova's gonna give you a huge hug.
Lotus
You know
is
what, like
going
me too.
Lotus is going to give both of them a big hug, and just say, I am so thankful to have met the both of you, and Cassandra, and you have stopped doubting yourself. You have done so much to help everyone in the group, and you and Nova have saved my life at least 2 times over. You
Just
are
look at what you've done with the temple. It's amazing.
you are so capable, and you will do great things, and you already have, and I know you will continue to.
And we'll be here to help you.
Exactly.
Oh, Cassandra's gonna start crying again.
Aww.
Like, she's not. It doesn't. Like, as a character, she doesn't cry often. But, like, the two, like, biggest validations she's had in her life. Like, I'm not gonna go into super detail, but, like, this is, like, a crying moment for her. And she'll just say, thank you guys so much. Man, we really turned up the fluff this session.
Yeah, I love it. Oh.
But yeah, as you guys are sort of like doing this and like have this like true moment of community between you three and like your new acolytes and the temple, you obviously had that whole moment where Feywill helped you like build it, but you feel another sort of like unlock in here, sort of like it was made, but this is where it is consecrated. Not in the sense of like, now Lotus can't fucking enter it, but like...
Wait, would Lotus not be able to enter hallowed ground?
Technically you wouldn't.
Wild.
But most temples do not, like, completely hallow their ground because, once again, undead are just guys most of the time. Like, yeah, sure, there's a Lich or a Death Knight that might be, like, evil, but, like, most of the time they're fucking spirits like the rest of the world, just from Rockalon instead of Rioja or Walira.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
We just get glows out of the temple. Sorry, buddy.
It's like that scene in True Blood, where like Lotus is like, you guys hug, and then just like as soon as the temple's consecrated, Lotus is slowly just pulled out by like an invisible force. Like,
I think it would be even funnier if it was just very quick, like, and then it was out.
Yeah, that's how like it happens in True Blood. It's like, oh yeah, you're either thrown out or that one part where Eric is just slowly just like dragged out invisibly. I think that's the funniest one.
Both are objectively hilarious.
They are, yeah. You know, that fucking happened to my fucking vampire character in Wednesday game once, where she just, like, got uninvited and was fucking flung out of a fucking house.
That is legit hilarious.
Yeah, it was because, my druids are remarkably bad at keeping their tempers in check.
Yeah.
I think Lotus is significantly more healthy than Leontine, though.
Well, we'll see if we can change that.
I hope it doesn't change.
In what way? Are we making Leontine more healthy? Because that would be okay.
Yeah.
I'm just worried for whatever Wick has planned, because this session has been so freaking fluffy. We're gonna like get to next week, and like Cassandra's gonna get straight up murdered or something.
I feel like Lotus will be fine. I feel like we're all gonna be fine.
Yeah, we're gonna be fine.
The horrors persist, but so do we.
I picked up a gambling addiction this week, so that's enough bad stuff for now.
With enough perseverance, we can saute the horrors.
Yeah.
We can. We'll hope and pray that we don't have a Ruby freaking Weiss getting speared scene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
I do think it is very funny how, right now, Lotus is going through his Jean arc.
Oh yeah.
That survivor's guilt has, gotten to him.
Yeah.
Poor Lotus.
He's fine. Don't worry.
So
I do find it funny. Oh, sorry.
Oh no, you go ahead.
No, I find it funny how we have like all of the angst, but everybody in this party is just baby.
Yeah.
Like we have experienced the horrors, but by gods, we got each other. It's the animals are leaving. The aliens aren't contacting us. We might be alone. It might be just you and me. But is that not enough? Do you need anything else? Animals are leaving. Bestie, where are they going? Yeah.
Oh, anyways, so we'll have this lovely little party. The church fully feels like it's now a temple to Feywill. What do you do next? Are you gonna have yourself a little snooze? Are you gonna go for a little midnight walk? What's your plan?
What is the plan? Do y'all have anything y'all want to do?
I don't know. Just feeling good and happy.
Yeah,
Maybe
just
that's
like,
enough for now.
yeah, like everything's so happy and wonderful, and like nothing could go wrong.
Lotus is going to sleep.
Yep.
I'll probably sleep too.
Oh, did you
I'll
want
go. Oh yeah.
Did you want to try a glass of dream wine with?
Oh yeah, with Tavia, yes.
Yeah.
Little glass.
You take a little thippy, and
Little hee.
it's strange. It's like It's like. Have you ever had Moxie before?
No. My alcohol experience is tequila sunrises.
Moxie is a soda.
Oh no.
Anyways, so like you get this like sort of taste, and it's like this weird sort of like almost like bitter
bubbliness.
No, like this sort of like extremely like bitter like sourness. But then suddenly there's this like bubbly sweetness that sort of chases after it. Like it's like a blend of nightmares and like dreams in one, and you just sort of like it's weirdly interesting. Like there's not much like intoxication going on, but like it does definitely have some sort of like narcotic effect a little bit. It's not really like an alcohol high or like alcohol intoxication. It kind of be like a little salvia like stimulation without like the horrors.
Without the DMT aliens.
Yeah, like it's like you get a little mental stimulation from it, but your body does sort of like have like the like tingly intoxication of like a normal narcotic. It's weird. Your mind is very stimulated, but your body's definitely feeling like you took some kind of drug slightly.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Wasn't what I was expecting.
And she's gonna take a sip. Dream wine's a very prominent dream wine's very important where we're from. Psychic abilities are everything in the Twisted Lands.
That's what I've heard from my friend.
You know,
He's a... Oh, you go ahead.
You know, you go first.
He saved my life, and the more I hear about him from other people, the more I realize he's changed for the better, and I'm just glad to have him in my life.
I'm glad that you have him in your life too, then.
Thank you.
You all are so loud. It's strange.
Would you prefer it if we tone it down? I'm certain I could.
No, I don't
so-
mean your volume, your physical volume. All of your, like, emotions. You're all so open. I didn't
Well-
realize you were such a promiscuous people.
Well, for me, I spent much of my childhood and young adulthood, which I guess you could say my young adulthood is still going on. Elves are weird, but I spent much of my time constantly mitigating my own emotions for the people around me. And when I died and I got brought back by my friend, I stopped doing that. I am my own person, and that's not something I'm going to let myself forget. I like to help people and I like to please people, but now it's entirely just because I like doing it. I'm not letting other people manipulate me into doing things for them if I don't expressly want it, and I'm not going to mitigate my emotions for the sake of others' comfort unless it's, to accommodate triggers. I'm not going to...
I should clarify, I don't find it offensive or anything. It's just,
Yeah.
where I'm from, if you're too open with your emotions, you'll get attacked by horrible aberration predators.
Yeah, I didn't think you were offended. I was just
Or the ground will turn into tar underneath you and you'll be fucking swallowed. It's a strange place.
It sounds like it. Much like dreams themselves. But yeah, I didn't think you were offended. I was just sort of clarifying my stance. I've spent too long, over 100 years, mitigating things and only doing so for the comfort of others, and now I do it for me.
Well, I like it here. It's different. The night sky is so colorful compared to where I'm from.
Well, I'm very glad that you enjoy it here.
Yeah, there's so many stars. We only have the one star.
I'm willing to bet I know the identity of that one star, but I'd rather not speak its name. He's a bit pushy with me. Very complicated.
Well, I'm going to go to bed. You have a good night, Lotus.
You as well.
Anyways, anyone... Did you want to do something, Nova?
No, I think Nova's all set. Just water the plants and go to bed.
Awesome.
Or, I mean, actually, I will, see what, let me get the name right. Pistol is doing, otherwise, like, if Pistol is, like, staying up to, like, keep guard or something, I would stay, I would take my rest nearby.
Yeah. Yeah, he'll stay up for part of the night and maybe give you the morning shift if you want it. Or the early shift.
I mean, yeah, because I have, like, I'm mentally, or I'm just kind of in low power mode.
Yeah. Well, he'll stay out there the whole time you're in low power mode.
Okay.
But he'll probably go to sleep when you...
yeah, that works.
But he can talk to you while you're in low power mode, I think. Maybe.
Yeah. I think so?
We'll say you can. It's fine. You're a spirit inside of a body. You could probably talk to him as a spirit while your body recharges.
Okay.
And he says, "So, you from the Basin of Rebirth then?
Well,
Or are you from
yes,
a little
technically.
more? Well, you were put into a body there, huh? You one of those
Yeah,
higher beings, as it were.
that's where I started in this world, at least.
So
Although I wasn't there for very long.
how old are you, by the way, if you don't mind me asking? Like really, like your actual age, since you're like probably only been in a body for like maybe between 5 to 10 years or something like that.
Yeah, I've been in a body for a few weeks now.
Definitely a little longer or a little shorter than I thought. Huh.
Yeah, but as for before that, it's a little hard to keep track, but I think it was quite a long time.
You could make I will let you roll a intelligence or wisdom roll if you want.
Just straight intelligence?
Yeah, straight intelligence. You can do that.
Alright. 16.
16. You start to remember, and I'll let you choose if you want. You can choose how long you were a celestial spirit. Now, once again, some things have changed since we first started this campaign because, like, world building as a process.
World building, yeah.
Celestial spirits, all spirits, minor spirits like you can't, like, take other forms usually or interact with the world, but they can still do stuff for, like, higher beings or, like, just sort of, like, help out Walira in various ways, but they are still technically mortal in the sense that they will one day lose energy and die. They don't, like, grow old, but they are part of the celestial hierarchy, and that's what makes them different than what most people would be called mortals. Like,
gotcha. Yeah.
So, you could be anywhere from you could be anywhere from like 100 to 1,000 years old without being
and still be
old.
In like the normal range.
Yeah. I think it's like 3,000 years is like really old for a spirit.
Really, really old. Okay, yeah. So I think it would be like 600 years.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That experience doesn't all seem to have translated super well, because everything still feels very new here. But I've at least seen glimpses without context of the world in that time.
Yeah. I mean, it's one thing to be more of a... From what I've heard, spirits are a little more disconnected from the lives of mortals. What you go through probably gives you a little more context.
Oh, absolutely. I feel like I'm understanding more of my memories every day.
So, do you have any friends as a spirit?
I mean, I feel like friendship means something different in the celestial realm, but I would say, with the context I have now, I would say yes.
Yeah. You think you guys were close, or more business associates?
I think we were close. I mean, we were together because of business a lot of the time, but that's also how I got to know a lot of my friends here, and I definitely consider them to be more than business associates.
And you can now sort of make me actually, I'll let you keep your intelligence roll because it's a really good one, and this is sort of like me giving you like a chance to sort of like in universe do a little like background building because yours has been a little ill-defined. And
yeah,
I'll
that's
say
fair.
You can pick out four friends, give them names, and say one of them will have been pretty close to you. Another one, the other two would have been sort of like middly close, like, yeah, we're pretty decent business associates. We'll hang out after work, but like, you know, we don't like choose to hang out. And then the fourth one is someone who you kind of got along with, but you didn't really see eye to eye on a lot of things. You know, like the guy you talked to at the water cooler who's like a Republican, who's like, okay, we can kind of have a conversation, but you know, you know what I mean.
I got you. Okay. So, Can I have some time to think about this?
Yeah, sure. You can get back to me on that, but this is
Okay.
This is sort of a prompt
Yeah,
I'm giving you, and you can answer.
Yeah, I love this prompt. This is great.
Yeah, I will say, I will say the one you were close to, and the one that was the fourth one, I'll call him, were both had disagreement, both sort of like were skeptical of eidolons in different ways, but they were both still like at least willing to do the work that like you guys were chosen to do.
All right.
Clown husbandry.
Yeah, the fine art of celestial clown husbandry.
Of course.
But yeah, and we can basically you kind of have this conversation for a while. But would you? If you want, I can like come up with names. But what would you say if you had to pick? What do you think would be some of the defining traits of the one that were close to you, like the closest one to you?
Okay. Probably someone. Trying to think of traits of celestial spirits. Probably someone who thought, at least fairly similarly to me, in a way of like looking for ways to bridge gaps and like make peace. And like I don't know, like if it was like another watcher, like someone who like appreciated times like told me stories of like times when like peace was achieved through in situations where that would normally turn to war and things like that. And that's probably what helped inspire me to my path.
All right. Y'all had a disagreement on something. What do you think that disagreement was? It was hard enough that you haven't talked to them since.
Oh no!
It wasn't like completely hostile, like, but it was enough that you guys took a break from talking to each other.
Okay, I think, probably my desire to actually visit the mortal realm.
I'm gonna say that wouldn't be it.
Okay.
But
in that case, maybe it was a disagreement about.
Maybe they thought that like sometimes like it's important to use violence to cause a change, even if like. And
yeah. Okay. Oh yeah, like things like violence for the sake of the greater good to like. Yeah, initiating violence to prevent greater violence kind of thing. Yeah. That could definitely be it.
Alright. Good to know.
Okay.
The other, I'll say that you would also know that the one that you were... The fourth one would probably be more... pro-violence all the time as long as it did the right thing completely, and it's like, yeah, well, I mean, you gotta get people in line. Whereas both you and the close one would have been like, okay, listen, we gotta try to de-escalate and like work with people, but maybe they thought that, okay, sometimes violence is justified to cause a good change. And you may not agree with that. Maybe you'll come to agree with that, but that's the disagreement that you have.
That's the disagreement that... Yeah.
There we go.
That sounds great.
Alright. Yeah. And then, you sort of had this talk with Tristal. And eventually he retires for the night, and you're left to patrol until everyone else wakes up.
Sounds good.
Yeah, roll me just some perception checks.
Okay. That's a 7.
Mm-hmm.
How many do you want?
You can roll me 3.
A 7, a 10, and a 12.
12. Alright. Yeah. So, the first 2 hours pass without incident. You do sort of see some people out late doing various business. You do see every now and then one of those fucking dregs sort of like peek out in the alleyway from across like, or it's like, but they're like clearly doing their own business and sort of like just working their way through the outer city. However, as you're sort of like waiting for like the rest of the people to wake up, there's just like this quiet moment where there's like nobody in the like town square or like the temple square. In the center, by the way, of the center of the temple district is this big sort of like fountain that's like got like carvings of all the different eidolons on it. As sort of like a, you know, this is for everyone sort of deal. And they're sort of blank enough to be like, oh, they sort of magically replace when one sort of...
when one goes away and another one takes their place.
Yeah. And as you're sort of like... You sort of like look one way, you look at the fountain, and then you look another way, and then like you look back towards the fountain a few minutes later, and there's like this tall figure in black armor just standing there.
Okay. Do I recognize them at all?
No. It's just pure black armor with like sort of these golden eyes peering, or not really. They're sort of similar color to your eyes.
Okay.
And on the front of their tabard is a broken chain.
Oh.
Which you can make me a history check if you want.
History. 14.
14, that's enough to know. You know that, like, a lot of, like, paladins or, like, knights of, like, eidolons or oaths sort of, like, take on various common, like, emblems that, like, even if they're not of the same eidolon as someone, like, even if they're of the same oath, it's, like, recognizable. Like, oh, hey, if you're wearing scales, you might be an Oath of Vengeance, or if you're wearing, like, an eye, you might be an Oath of the Watchers kind of deal. Sort
yeah.
Of. A broken chain is the emblem of an Oathbreaker, or a Blackguard, as they're sometimes called. And they just sort of look at you, and they don't say anything, and they don't approach. But there's something that just sort of like passes between the two of you, and you get a sense of strange familiarity. But before you can like approach them, they flick a copper from their fist into the fountain and walk away.
Interesting. Interesting. Okay. I'll just kind of stay at my post and keep an eye out for them to come back. Otherwise, I'm just gonna talk to Nova and Cassandra about it in the morning.
And that is where we'll end for the evening, or for the day.
Okay.
Wrestling.
Yeah.
Good session indeed.
Yeah.